Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarell here.
And I am Josh. And ladies and gentlemen, with Fear the Walking Dead Season 5 wrapping up, we have at least a little bit of Season 6 news for you today.
Yeah, so the showrunners have mentioned, and Scott Gimple have said, that Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 will tell stories in an entirely different format. What does that mean? We're going to get into it.
We have no earthly idea.
Well, we'll be getting into it. So we're going to be looking at notes, so if you see us looking away from the camera, that's why. Yep. So the spin-off 6th season will be character-driven, with episodes focusing on one or just a handful of characters at a time. This is due to the tragic ending of Season 5, where all of our characters were split up and taken away. Now, Gimple says, with a 16-episode season, 2 halves of 8 make for good arcs. I will say that on Fear the Walking Dead, the way that the stories are going to be told next year are going to be very different than the other 2 shows, meaning the Walking Dead main show and the 3rd series. It's going to just have an almost entirely different format. Now, it kind of, to me, I don't mind it, but it's not really a different format. They've done this before. They've done arcs where it's just a specific character or two for an episode or two.
What I'm getting from that
but this is
like a Game of Thrones-esque feeling or format. Like, we're going to have couple characters, we're going to focus on them for 5 minutes, and then we're going to jump to 2 other characters and focus on them for a couple of minutes. Jump to another character and focus on them. You know, we're going to jump to different arcs throughout the episode.
That's going to be very hard to follow with as many characters we have. And of course,
we followed it in Game of Thrones.
True, but that's Game of Thrones.
But Game of Thrones is a lot more difficult to understand than Fear the Walking Dead.
Now, with our characters, a lot of them are not going to be together. Like John and June aren't going to be together. They're going to be split up. Like everyone's going to be split up. So I think I can't think of how it's going to be right now. We're just going off the news so far, but I'm hoping Season 6 will get turned around.
I certainly hope so too.
It needs some work.
It was tough for Season 5. He continued saying, "I think we've seen just such wonderful stories on that show that have been like deeply focused on character and really shining a light on a single or couple characters an episode with beginnings, middles, and ends. And that's what we're looking forward for that season."
I'm sorry, laughing as you were reading that.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing as I'm reading it. I apologize, guys, but
that's not really true.
That's bullshit.
Wonderful. Season 4 and Season 5 did not have wonderful stories.
No, they did not.
Okay? We are big Fear the Walking Dead fans. As you know, we do reviews and predictions on the channel.
But we're not afraid to tell it like it is. Right. Season 5, in our opinion, was not good. Not at all. No. Season 4 was not good.
Season 4 had potential, but with the only villain being a woman that they just couldn't take down.
Come on. Here, it's simple. Drive from behind and run her over.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they have the potential of wonderful stories. Yes, we did get a lot of good information from Season 4 and 5. They did connect CRM to the main show. And we got some other character progressions. Like, we got more with Al. We got a little more with Morgan. We got Grace involved.
But we also jumped over an entire year or so worth of material from the dam. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And we killed off some characters that, one, we couldn't help because that actor wanted to leave. But we killed off a character we probably shouldn't have.
Exactly. So the showrunners actually go on to say, we're going to follow our characters on a very different journey, a far darker one, that's interesting, in Season 6, and that required them to face not just one adversary who views the world in a way contrary to everything our heroes fought for this season, meaning Season 5, but also to themselves in positions where their belief in the benevolent world they were fighting for will be challenged at every turn. The answer ultimately lied in having Virginia separate everyone, sending them to different corners of her apocalyptic domain. So, from what we know, Virginia has many settlements. I think I counted maybe 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Spread out in the Texas area. Texas is huge. So, that will be interesting as where each character will be and which ones will be.
I think what he's saying by a darker Season 6 is honestly, and I'm going to say this bluntly, but they're pretty much like slaves at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are being forced to do what Jeannie wants them to do. Virginia wants them to do.
Yeah.
So he goes on to say, the question that will carry forward into season 6, aside from the obvious questions surrounding whether or not Morgan will live or die, is whether our characters will be able to hold on to this growth under Virginia's rule. Whether they'll backslide or whether they'll become versions of themselves we've yet to see.
That will be interesting, is how each character will deal with this situation under Ginny's rule.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how Alicia's going to deal with this the most. Yeah. I mean, because in my opinion, aside from the 4 episodes that we got in the last season, I think she's the strongest character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'm taking out the 4 episodes because that was crap.
Yeah. Yeah, and it will be interesting because, I mean, all of our characters are strong, but it's like...
they are. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, I know what you mean, though. With now being in a certain situation under... We don't know how Ginny rules. What we've seen... Seems like these people are okay, except for the 2 that escaped. Well, like, the one that escaped.
You could make an argument that John's pretty strong, too.
Oh, John's
they're
very
all strong.
Yeah.
Dwight is one hell of a...
Dwight can probably deal with it.
Yeah.
He's going to hate it, but he'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm very optimistic for season 6, you know, with this whole darker and different storyline. I just hope it doesn't get too convoluted with so many different characters and wanting to jump around to different ones every time. They're going to have to set it up. Don't do it like the whole first half of the season.
Yeah, dude.
That will be a lot to be like, okay, what arc are we on right now?
The problem that they're having right now is, in order to give us this new story format, we have to be interested. And we left this season 5.
You have to get
not that interested. Like, you gave us one cliffhanger of a major character.
Yeah.
Sorry. You gave us a lot of cliffhangers.
Yeah.
But the way it was done, like, I liked the way it was done as far as the episode and everyone being torn away from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But the build up to that,
It'll be interesting to see how many viewers they've lost. I'm sure people will tune back in just to be like, all right,
is Morgan alive?
Let's see what... Yeah, is Morgan alive? Let's see what season 6
saves
has
him, because we know someone's going to save him.
I did hear a cool theory. You guys want to hear it?
I told you mine.
What?
Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Go ahead.
So there's somebody mentioned on a Facebook post or a comment on a site that... So... He kind of set it up as like a scene. So like Morgan, he says like Morgan awakes. You know, his eyes are blurry. He hears somebody say in the background, you know, thank you for taking care of my children. And then an arm comes into the shot and it's all burnt. And then Morgan opens up his eyes. He sees a burnt arm and like burnt half of a face, and it's Madison.
Okay,
which would be crazy
if you pay attention to our last review of the season 5 of the season finale. I said, God, I hope it's Madison that saves him. The only reason why I stopped just now is because, like, if you've watched all of our Fear the Walking Dead videos, I think I've been in hopes that Madison returns every single video.
We've said it. Tons of people have said it. Yeah.
So I don't want to have another video of me saying it, but gosh, I would actually love that. Mm-hmm. But the question remains is, how does Madison know where they're at? If she was tracking them, why wouldn't she run to her daughter when seeing her? So it just doesn't fit.
Unless she was just coming upon that town for some reason and saw a dude dying,
which is fairly unlikely.
Very unlikely, yeah.
But
so
anyway,
I mean, it's just a theory.
I have no doubt. I think someone's gonna save Morgan at the last minute, because we're not gonna go into the season premiere with him dying.
No. It's going to be interesting, though. I mean, we're optimistic. We can't wait to find out more information on season 6. Of course, especially the characters who are going to be turning, if everyone's going to come back, if Lenny James is going to be signed on. That'll be the first telltale sign. I mean,
oh yeah.
Unless he's signed on for like 1 or 2 episodes and then they write him off. We'll have to see. So let us know your thoughts of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, changing their storyline, and your hopefulness or optimism into this next season, and could potentially be the last season of Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah,
It could be. We'll see.
They didn't announce it as such. We have no indication that it's going to be the last season. Yeah. But if they keep telling the stories the way they have, I can't see it lasting too long, unfortunately.
And with they're still having the same showrunners, a lot of people don't like that. They probably won't tune back in, or they might here and there just to see what's happening. So, once again, let us know your comments. Feel free to subscribe if you're new, smash the like button, hit the bell so you're always notified, and stay tuned for more Fear the Walking Dead and other news here. I'm Jarell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.